Championship Saturday has arrived here in Winter Haven. Not one, not two, but for the first time ever, 3 Florida High School boys volleyball state champions will be crowned, and we think we've got 3 great matches to bring you today on the NFHS Network. Thanks for choosing to spend a little bit of your Saturday afternoon with us on the campus of Polk State College here in Winter Haven, just a long serve away from Legoland of Florida. A lot of folks may know where that is, and we are literally just about down the street from Legoland. One of these 2 teams will build a championship here this afternoon. It'll be the Sports Leadership and Management of Tampa. They are known as Tampa Slam against Kings Academy. Great to have you along, and great to have alongside the head coach of the Polk State Lady Eagles volleyball program. That's Jessica Beal. And Jessica, I know you get to this level, you've coached in games like this, you certainly played in a lot of games like this. There's so much noise, so much emotion, so much going on. As a coach, what is the one most important thing you want your players to hear before they get on the floor?
Have fun. I think it's really important for the players to remember, this is still the sport that we love, so have fun, enjoy the ride. I tell them that they deserve to be here and just enjoy every second of it.
Yeah, that is a great message, to be sure. And so many things are racing through their minds, obviously, at this point. There's so many hours, days, weeks, months that go into getting here. The travel, the practice, the tape sessions, the gym, the weight room sessions. I mean, it just is a culmination of more than most people can imagine. And so the emotion is very high. And I think early on, the team that can handle that and channel that in the right direction could get an early advantage. So we'll see. Kings Academy comes in favored, if you will. They are the number 1 seed in the bracket. Meanwhile, Tampa Slam comes in as the number 3 seed in the bracket. They needed 4 sets to win their semifinal. Kings Academy had a relatively easy road here on Thursday as they won their semifinal in 3 straight sets. So Kings Academy will play from left to right on your screen here this afternoon. Both teams are wearing black uniform tops, so that's a little bit confusing, but the Kings Academy Lions have the black and blue shorts, and as I said, we'll play from left to right. Meanwhile, Tampa Slam is in the all black with red and white numerals, so they will play from right to left on your screen here this afternoon. And we are just nicely underway. Definitely one of the names to watch there, Elvis Bajic for Tampa Slam. Pushing it over in the net violation against the Lions here early. So that'll put Caleb McConnell into the service box. Nice finish on the far side by John Casey. And we'll have a quick substitution for the Lions. That is Jack Schwartzbaugh going to come in to serve. And taking a brief seat will be Dylan Wall. So we'll see if Schwartzbaugh can put a couple together here. His team with an early 2-1 lead. Good save in there by Casey. And Bajic misses wide. LVO Bajic, 6'4" junior, one of the keys for the Spartans. Missed there. And that one's long from Nicholas Carr. If you're Kings Academy, they think the road to a championship is the 3 Bs, Coach. They have a big whiteboard down on their bench. I don't know if you saw it before the game, but I took a little sneak peek, not that they were trying to hide it, and they have the 3 Bs on there: breathe, believe, and battle.
Oh, I like those.
And being Kings Academy, they have little Bible verses with each, but I think breathe is kind of, to me, almost the most important one, because you do have to just kind of live in the moment and not try and be Superman out there. Just be who you've been all season, and things should take care of themselves.
Right. I think it's better when my athletes play relaxed versus extremely fired up, because then they'll let their emotions take over. So I really do like the concept of just breathe. Sometimes I tell my girls, too, I say, just let yourself be athletic, trust your training.
It also helps when you have Isaiah McCoy on your side. That was McCoy, number 11, the 6'8" junior, that gets the point. Bajic has that one sent back. Makes a pancake attempt on the save. That wasn't Bajic, but it didn't work anyway. It was a great effort by Caleb McConnell. And Slam wants to take an early timeout here, and got to believe this is as much about settling themselves down and kind of composing themselves, and as you said, believe in what got you here to just go out and play the way we know we can play. Some of the numbers that you need to know and some of the names that you may have heard already. Bajic does lead Slam in kills with 354 this year. Caleb McConnell in blocks with 52. And Bajic again with the top number for Tampa Slam in digs with 270. McConnell, very impressive, setting up many of his teammates. He has 714 assists. Isaiah McCoy, who we just mentioned at 6'8", leads in kills for Kings Academy. No surprise with 187 on the year. Grayson Amistoy, another tall frontline player for Kings Academy, leads in blocks with 59. Amistoy also good defensively with 122 digs. Kings Academy beat JC Bermudez High out of southeast Miami or southeast Florida in the greater Miami area on Thursday night, as we said, in straight sets, 25-15, 25-10, 25-21. Tampa Slam, not a huge upset, but they were the number 3 seed, and they defeated True North Classical Academy. That was in 4 sets, 25-22. They dropped the second 25-20 and then came back with wins of 25-21 and 25-21. That'll help the Spartans' cause. Nice play at the net there by Jackson Nally and friends. Lead cut to 4 here. Definitely a little hyped up there. Amestoy missed way long on the serve. And Joey Escalera Hernandez will put it in play here for Slam. And Coach, we ask you this on every broadcast, but we always have new people tuned in. We see Joey Escalera Hernandez wearing the red uniform top, which means he's the libero. So explain to fans who may not watch a lot of volleyball what the libero is and why they're so important.
So the libero is the best passer on the court. They can substitute for any back row player. The libero can never play front row, and they can also serve, but only in one position. So this person is super important, and I think they're a game changer. Any program that has a really elite libero can also have an elite team, just because that's the person that's going to run your back row, that's going to be in charge of your passing, and you want to have that player get to as many balls as possible.
Kind of reminds me of maybe the shortstop in baseball. Not the biggest power hitter or maybe not the biggest arm, but a guy that is called on to run the show, if you will, very often, and can be the most athletic on the floor or in the field.
Yeah, they're definitely a playmaker. They don't get to score many points, but they're definitely a very important piece to a team.
You don't have to play with a libero. In fact, I don't believe Kings Academy has had their libero on the floor so far here in the first set. They lead it by 4. Manning gets it over. That one was going to go long from Nally, but played nonetheless and into space. Nobody there as Ryan Huff finishes the play. Good block by Wall. Wall again with help in there from Ryan Huff. Can't overestimate how important that net play is.
That's true.
Kings Academy with a height advantage here, which is sometimes a little difficult to overcome, although the point here will go to Tampa Slam. But Grayson Amestoy, a senior, goes 6'9". Ryan Huff, the senior, 6'5". Micah Amestoy, who doesn't play much, the younger brother of Grayson, or at least did not play much on Thursday, he goes 6'7". Jack Schwartzbaugh, who we've seen already, 6'4". Isaiah McCoy, 6'8". And that's going to be a net violation against Jakob Malia. So a lot of size across the front for the Lions. Tallest player on the Slam roster is probably their best, Elvio Begic, who goes about 6'4". but everyone else 6'3" or less. Now, take that back. Davis Jones is 6'5", but he did not play Thursday either. So in terms of guys that are in the rotation, it's Begich at 6'4", and then everyone else.
Well, it definitely helps to be tall.
So we've talked about this earlier in the week, Coach, but there are some strategies if you're Tampa Slam that you can try and employ to beat a taller lineup. It's not a hopeless cause, even though it makes it a lot difficult. So if you're Tampa Slam, I mean, you're down 7 here early, but from a strategy standpoint, what are some of the things that they can do to try and negate that height situation?
There's a couple things that they can do. So the setter can definitely try to fake out the middle blocker. And in that situation, he wants to get his hitters on a one-on-one blocking situation versus the hitters hitting against a middle blocker plus one of the pin blockers. A second thing that they can do is what's called tooling. So a hitter can swing off of the block and aim out of bounds, and then the ball, once it obviously hits the floor out of bounds, it would be that team's point because the block was the last people to touch it.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll see what Tampa Slam might be able to come up with. They trail here early, 18-9.
The setter's also front row, so if he wants to throw some dumps in, take the second ball over, I think he might be able to fake out the other team. But we'll see. We'll see what he does.
Right now, Kings Academy on quite a roll. And Ryan Huff will get a serve again, and Tampa Slam wants to talk things over again. That's a psychological thing, too, right? When you're looking across the net and you're seeing 6'5", 6'8", 6'9", and you know your biggest guy is 6'4", and it gets smaller from there. That's got to be a psychological edge besides just the practical edge, right?
Yeah, it can be. It can be if you let them. If you let that get to you. If anything, I hope it motivates them just to play harder to be able to beat that taller team.
Well, so far the Kings Academy Lions have been very impressive. As we said, they beat J.C. Bermudez in straight sets on Thursday. Their star players included Isaiah McCoy with 11 kills, but none better than John Casey. He had 22 kills in the match. Those were the only two in double figures, but with that size, they spread it around on the attack for sure. Ryan Huff had 5 kills. Grayson Amestoy had 4. John Casey had 6. So they certainly spread it around effectively. That'll help. Well, when you need a point, Elvio Begich is the guy to go to. He's their best, and he showed why right there. See if that lights a fire here for Tampa Slam. Caleb McConnell serving for the Spartans. Begich again at the net.
Oh,
there you
shot.
go. Wasn't quite the angle you're talking about, but kind of the same concept, right? To bang it off a defender with authority.
Oh, for sure.
I'm the Spartans. I'm going to the Begich well as often as I can. But not much you can do there as John Casey elevates to put it away. By the way, fans, you can follow along online with the live game stats, thanks to our friends from bblive.com. You can find that link on the FHSAA Boys Volleyball brackets page. Just look right above where all the games and times are listed, and you'll see a little link that says live results. Click on that, and you'll be able to find this game and check out the live stats as we go along. The easiest way to do that, I find, by the way, just a pro tip for you, is in the upper right-hand corner. Once you go to the match page and click on that, you'll find a little icon that'll print out or display a PDF of all the team stats and all the individual stats, and that's updated on every point. So that is the quickest and easiest way to find all your stats. And again, we appreciate our friends at VB Live to provide that service for the third straight year here at Polk State. Lions are 4 points away from taking the first set. Slam gonna try and count a comeback, and it'll be the libero, Escalera Hernandez, to serve here. Slam is a very good serving team normally. They come into the tournament with 305 aces on the year. That's a lot. McConnell leads the way with 57. Kerr has 44. And Escalera Hernandez on the serve here has 23 coming into the tournament. Good job at the net that time. Jakob Malia and Jackson Nelly turn the table on the Lions, at least for the moment. That's the kind of play that can light a fire for sure. Certainly got the crowd back into it for Tampa Slam. Oh, boy, that's just unlucky right there.
Yeah, you hate to see that happen.
Yeah, that is. I mean, credit the Lions. They kept it alive, but spun up from not more than a couple of feet off the floor, hit the tape, and rolled over. Volleyball gods not smiling on the Spartans there. They were almost felt like had a little bit of a momentum switch going there.
Good spot.
Tapped into open space by Ryan Huff, and the Kings Academy Lions out of West Palm Beach down there on Belvedere Road, just 2 points away from taking the first set. Good dig there by Escalera Hernandez. Always throws off the timing a little when it hits the tape. Huff a little strong on that one, but it was touched on the way over, so it will be a point for Kings Academy. And set point here now as John Casey will serve. Kings Academy looking to win their fourth straight set in the tournament. And that one is an ace. What a way to close it out. Kings Academy takes set one, 25-14, but you get a feeling that Tampa Slam might be finding their volleyball legs a little, and they are not going to go quietly into this good afternoon. Set number 2 coming up in just a moment. You're watching the 2025 Florida High School Boys Volleyball State Championship game, the Class 1A Finals on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Kings Academy in their second state tournament in 3 years. They were here in 2023. That's when there was still just one classification. And they got knocked out by the eventual state champion that year, Miami Southwest, who will play for the 3A championship tonight. But want to ask Coach Jessica Beal, if you're Tampa Slam, I kind of thought, maybe I'm wishing too hard, but certainly seemed like they started to settle down a little and maybe even had a chance to swing a little momentum their way late in that first set before that ball off the tape that was an unfortunate point against them. But was there enough there, did you see, to build on here in the second set?
I think that they can do it. I think that they just have to eliminate the runs for the Kings, side out every 1-2 points, and just protect the serve on their side. I think you'll see a little bit maybe smarter volleyball coming from Slam this time around too, is really focusing in on some shots. I'd love to see that setter attack in the front row, but we'll see what he does.
Caleb McConnell will start things off here for the Spartans over there on Gun Highway in Tampa. Both teams bringing very nice, loud, boisterous contingents with them here on this Saturday afternoon. But there's that height again. And it's Isaiah McCoy who, with authority, gets the Lions off to a good start here in set number 2. Amistoy to serve here. Good play by Bajic. Tied at 1, and Elvio Bajic, the 6'4" junior, on the serve here. Not much resistance at the net that time for John Casey. Most of Slam's height is in the back row here at the moment. Good attempt there by Nicholas Carr. That one is blocked out as well. And you worry, here's one of those runs again for the Lions. They got out 7-1 early in set 1 and never really looked back. McCoy. Not much that Caleb McConnell could do with that one. McCoy comes by his volleyball talent, honestly, the son of head coach Danielle McCoy in her second season now at the Lions helm. That'll stop the run in a hurry. Brings the Spartans back within 2, and Escalera Hernandez on the serve. That'll help. Missed hit there by Casey. McCoy again. The other thing that Kings Academy had on their whiteboard were, I would call the 5 commandments for volleyball. And number 1 was thou shalt get 85% of your serves in.
Ha! I love that one. That's important.
Does that sound about right? I would have no idea what the percentage would be that you would want, but I assume 80 or 85 is on the high end, but a doable number.
So tell me again about the 5%.
No, they want 85% of their serves in.
That sounds about right,
okay.
Yeah. Because I tell my girls I'd rather them miss long if they're going for an aggressive serve, so they would miss out of bounds versus missing in the net. Sometimes I even tell my girls, hey, like, per set, you got to miss 3 to 4 serves because I want you guys going after it and being aggressive. So, yeah, that's a good.
So that's interesting. So a long serve isn't necessarily just a mistake per se.
Nope, they're just them going after it. And sometimes, especially with a float serve or even a topspin serve, it can drop right on that end line too. So that's what we like to see is those deep, aggressive serves.
Interesting. Nicholas Carr, and look at this. Tampa Slam is up 6-5. So that's what you don't want to see as the coach, is the short serve into the net there.
Yeah, nobody likes that one. But the miss out of bounds is a little more forgivable.
Right. But a better start here for Slam.
They got the board.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, he did.
The secret is out. Received well there by Manning, and then a whistle and 4 hits. So that'll tie things back up. Luke LaPointe will check in to serve now for Slam. Good dig by LaPointe. And then long by Begich. Ryan Huff on the serve here for Kings Academy up 1. That'll be a point for the Lions, a double hit. That's another one that always fascinates me because I never see any difference on when they call a double hit. So what is the determining factor? Is it sound? Is it what they see? And exactly explain what it is.
So the double call is the ball touching 2 parts of your body at once, or even as Kings just did, 2 people passing the ball at once. When people go to set and the refs call the double call, they're looking for how they contact the ball. So if their left hand hits before their right hand, they'll call a double contact. Sometimes it causes the ball to spin, so I know some refs will look for that spin on the ball as well. Lucky for us, the double contacts for women's volleyball are legal as long as it stays on our side of the net. You just can't put a double contact over the net.
Okay, well, that's interesting as well. Always learn something from Polk State coach Jessica Beal. It's always a mystery call. I mean, every once in a while it's pretty obvious, like a carry.
Yeah.
Or that kind of call. But even that sometimes can be a mystery. But the double hit is definitely a mystery for me. So good explanation. And good run here for the Lions, although that'll come to an end on the long serve by Ryan Huff. But they are back up by 3 now after actually falling behind by 1 in this second set. Jakob Malia on the serve. LaPointe could not catch that one in time. Well, not that he was trying to catch it, but set it up for a teammate. So the lead is back to 8. Schwartzbaugh back in on the serve now. Begich and a whistle and the net violation. the Spartans will say thanks for the point, and Caleb McConnell will say, my turn to serve, after we get a little moisture wiped up. One other ground rule that we haven't mentioned that does come into play here on occasion is anything that basically hits the roof or anything hanging from the roof, which includes the baskets and the scoreboard over the center court, as long as it is hit on your side when the ball is being played, it is still in play. So in other words, it can hit the scoreboard on your side, and as long as it's not a 4-hit violation, you can still be in play and get it over the net and have the point continue. And we do see that from time to time here. Now, if it would hit the scoreboard, say, on your opponent's side, that is a dead ball and the point would be awarded to your opponent. But the flag, the baskets, the scoreboard, all in play essentially on your side of the net. Well, Begich again coming up big. And he will be on the serve with a chance to cut it to 2. Good play at the net by Isaiah McCoy and Jake Manning. Double teaming the ball there. Nicely done. Malia going to check back in here for Tampa Slam. Escalera Hernandez on the serve, and
there's that setter attack.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it, but where you put it, right?
Exactly.
Good try by Huff, but he could not keep the point alive. Spartans hanging around here, certainly within spitting distance. Down just 3 with the serve. Nicholas Carr to do the honors. And a violation going to be called. Is that a line violation or a net violation?
That's a net violation.
Okay. Malia wondering himself. Unfortunate there for Nicholas Carr, and all of a sudden the Lions' lead is back to 5.
Lots of net calls.
Yeah. Volleyball gods giveth and the volleyball gods taketh away. Luke Lapointe in to serve. Down 4, but a much better second set here overall for Slam. Begich going to go long there. Three straight years for Tampa Slam that they have won a district championship. Nicely done at the net. Grayson Amestoy leading the charge there, and a timeout going to be taken by Tampa Slam. As we said, 3 straight district championships. Trying not only to win a title for the first time ever, but trying to finish off a perfect season. They come in with a record of 25-0. Kings Academy, by the way, coming in with a record of 21-5. Slam with that 25-0 record ranked number 4 among the 1A volleyball programs in the state by MaxPreps.com, 23rd in the state and 159th in the nation. Kings Academy ranked number 1 in the class by MaxPreps.com, number 8 overall in the state and 22nd nationally. So, as we said, on paper, Kings Academy coming in as a little bit of the favorite today. Of course, their 25 wins also setting a school record for wins in a season. Right now, trying to battle back from a 6-point deficit. They'll call it an ace, but I'll call it an unforced error. And when you're up against a team that on paper is better than you, you can't really afford many of those. That one is handled well. Lions pulling away here now late. Slam actually had a 1-point lead at 6-5 early in the set, but the Lions championship pedigree showing here. Begich a little too deep to get much on that. And a net violation again against Slam. This time it was Begich who got in a little too tight. It's really no circumstance, right, Coach, that you can touch the net?
Nope. Nope, unless a ponytail hits it whenever you're turning away from it, that's the only thing they'll let slide.
And I don't see anybody with ponytail hair on this court that
Nope.
would that might apply to. It could apply on the men's side, but as you point out, most often on the girls' side. But yeah, that's a thou shalt number 1 in the volleyball 10 commandments, not touch the net. Begich doing what he can here to try and keep Slam alive. He had a great semifinal, led the team with 16 kills in that 4-set win. That one over True North, by the way, which is interesting in one sense as well, because that is the one common opponent that these two teams have on the schedule this year. True North Classic Academy. Kings Academy met them 3 different occasions, twice in tournament play, once in a regular match, and went 3-0. In fact, they did not drop a set to True North, who got knocked out in the semifinals on Thursday. Meanwhile, Slam met them just once. That was on the road, and they did have to go to 4 sets to win that one. And, of course, these two teams did not play each other during the regular season as well. Very senior-dominated roster for Danielle McCoy, the head coach of Kings Academy. 6 talented players who have been working hard to get back here after making the tournament in 2023, that including Ryan Huff and Grayson Amistoy, Jake Manning, John Casey, Dylan Wall. So a lot of regular players in the rotation, David Brainerd as well. All seniors, and perhaps going to go out with a state championship. Tampa Slam still hoping to have something to say about that. Begich again a little deep. Boy, nicely done. Great look by John Casey. And if you're at the net like that, Coach, and you make a play like that, is that because you've seen that vulnerability on the other side, or is that just a last-second kind of almost an instinctive decision?
A little bit of both. I think it's kind of a combination. Any type of overpass you definitely want to put down immediately, and then it's most smart to survey the court and look for the position where you can aim for to get you that point.
Now that was well done by Casey, and that last-ditch effort for Slam was wide, so it is a 25-14 win again for Kings Academy. They are up 2-0. We'll see if they can make it a clean sweep and bring home the 1A state championship trophy when we return. You're watching the 2025 Florida High School Boys Volleyball State Championships, the 1A title game on the NFHS Network.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Well, Tampa Slam coach Miranda Sierra, the 30-year-old graduate of Trinity College of Florida, where she played volleyball for 3 years, trying to offer some words of advice and encouragement on the sideline here. See if she has an answer. Attended Faith Outreach Academy in Tampa for high school, where she played 4 years of volleyball. 5th season as the coach of the Spartans with a career mark of 68 and 31. Was the Faith Outreach Academy head girls varsity basketball coach for 5 years, and also an assistant boys varsity basketball coach, boys varsity flag football coach assistant. So she has been there and done that in a lot of sports. over the last decade, and she'll need to draw on as much experience as she can find here. It was a much better second set for Slam, obviously, so we'll see if they can build on that, although the Lions did pull away late. We'll take a look at some numbers from the first two sets. Ryan Huff.
Back to serve for the Lions, number 12.
As kind of usual, Kings Academy spreading the wealth on the attack. John Casey with 6 kills. Dylan Wall with 3. Isaiah McCoy with 6. Grayson Amistoy with 6. Ryan Huff with 6. And that's kind of what we talked about very early in the match, the fact that there are a lot of choices if you're Kings Academy to go to finish off points. And that is about as balanced attack as you can get. Grayson Amistoy with 7, if I didn't mention that. So 4 different players with either 6 or 7 kills apiece through the first 2 sets. Give you the Slam numbers here in a moment. That time the ball did not fall the way of the Lions. No surprise that LVO Begich has been their best player. He has 7 kills through the first 2 sets. In fact, there's a bunch of players on his roster with 2 each, but that's the high water mark behind Begich. Nally has 2. Nicholas Carr has 2. And those have been the leaders for the Spartans through at least the first 2. Escalera Hernandez on the serve. And on the quick finish, that's John Casey, who will now serve as well. Pretty nice and remarkable rise for TKA in terms of their men's volleyball program. They didn't even start their program there until 2021. And 4 years later, on the verge of a state championship. Up just 5-4 here. Won 3 consecutive district titles. As we said, they were here in 2023, losing to Southwest, the eventual champions. Slam, though, still trying to have something to say about it. Nicholas Carr serving at 5-5. Isaiah McCoy with a heads-up play. McCoy also, by the way, a very talented basketball player. Not a surprise with that size and athletic ability. Plays for the Lions. Good job at the net that time. Dylan Wall got most of that one. Wall's dad, Bradley Wall, a pretty good collegiate athlete as well. Played basketball at the University of Kansas, believe it or not. And the Lions will go up 8-5 here. A couple of their players will be heading off to college next year, already signees with a couple of programs. Grayson Amestoy will head to the Masters University out in Santa Clara, California. No need to pack a winter jacket there. Not the same story, though, for Ryan Huff, who will be trading the sunshine for snow next winter. He is off to continue his academic and athletic pursuits. Boy, that was nicely done on both ends. Kept alive by McCoy. And finally, the point won by Jackson Nally. That's as good a point as we've seen all match. Did my eyes deceive me, or did they keep that alive with a foot?
Sure did.
So that's legal.
The kicks are legal, yep. You use any part of your body to keep it off the floor.
Head?
Absolutely.
All right. First time we've seen that here this week. And Slam is back within 2. So anyway, Ryan Huff, as we said, will be trading sunshine for snow. He is off to the Milwaukee School of Engineering next fall. I hope he took his visit in the winter so he knows what he's getting himself into. As a guy who spent 44 years in Buffalo, New York, I can attest to what the winters are like up around the Great Lakes. That one just long. And Slam has climbed back within 1 here. Luke LaPointe on the serve. Miss it there by Amestoy, and we're tied at 8. Life for the Spartans. 3 in a row. LaPointe still on the serve. Their fans are coming to life. Lions fans trying to counter. Four in a row now for Tampa Slam. Turning an 8-5 deficit into a 9-8 lead. Well, they had a lead in set 2. Wasn't more than a point in that one either, but as we said, we kind of thought we saw in set 1 a glimmer of hope that they could definitely compete here with the Lions, and they have showed that definitely early here in the first part of the second and third sets, and they have their biggest lead of the afternoon at 10-8, and 5 in a row is enough for Danielle McCoy. She wants a timeout. First time that the Lions have been tested here, Coach, and I guess maybe you get back to the second B, which is believe, right? McCoy, as we said, in her second season as the head coach for Kings Academy. She's not doing a lot of the talking. Now she is. Played volleyball and basketball nearby, kind of a homecoming for her. She was a basketballer and a volleyballer at Warner University in Lake Wales. Just about
our neighbors.
Yeah, just about 20 minutes or so from here, maybe 30 minutes on a bad traffic day. Graduate of Lake Worth Christian. Played volleyball and basketball there. 39 and 11 career mark in her 2 years now with Kings Academy. Still very much alive here. This point is good block at the net by Malia. There's that little dink try again. Good read by LaPointe. And that one's going to go wide. Well earned by the Spartans. Jack Schwartzbaugh going to take a spot on the floor here, and Dylan Wall going to take a rest. LaPointe still on the serve. And this time Ryan Huff ends the rally. It'll put Jake Manning on the serve. He too has the coaching connection. His dad Mark, the assistant coach, is his dad. Great reaction by
defense.
McCoy, and then a miss hit by his teammate Huff. Tampa Slam back up by 3. Matches their largest lead of the afternoon. Trying to rally from 2 sets down here. Great dig there by Carr. And that one is out and not touched. Good defensive double team by Santiago and Begich right there, but a little unlucky that it rolled wide of the sideline. But you can just see the Spartans playing with a lot more energy and focus and enthusiasm here. Their crowd is into it. They're into it on the court. Little belief can go a long way. Begich. Kept alive by Huff. Good job by Malia at the net. Or actually, that was Santiago. And that'll be a net violation as Santiago touches the twine. Lions back on the serve. Ryan Huff to do the honors, down 1. McConnell on the serve, now up 2. And that one is put away. Jack Schwartzbaugh finishing the point. And that's fortunate for the Lions because that serve by McConnell was a good one. It's the kind of serve that can put you on a little bit of a run. Now Kings Academy with a chance to tie it again. Begich says, not so fast, my friend. And Begich will get the serve. Another heads-up play by Amistoy. That must be something, Coach, they talked about in the huddle. We're seeing that play a lot more, it seems to me, in this third set, that little just dink shot over the front line. And you think that's something that they maybe picked up on?
Yeah, that's definitely a spot that's open on their side. It's called different things. It's called the donut. It's called the campfire. I think those are the 2 most common names for that spot of the court. But yeah, that was good strategy on their part.
Now you have to explain to me why it's called the campfire.
Because it's the middle of the court. So I guess the campfire is the middle of where everybody sits around.
Stands around and looks at it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I like it. And the Lions will like that. Isaiah McCoy with a big finish. Ties it up. The donut I kind of get because there's a hole in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I call it. I always say donut.
The campfire I was a little curious about. Whatever Kings Academy might call it, they have used that to their big advantage here to climb back now into a tie. They lead it 2-0. Nice finish by Nicholas Carr on the far sideline. Tampa Slam trying to extend this match. Escalera Hernandez on the serve now. Great finish by the 6'3" junior Jackson Nally. Slam up by 2. Their crowd is back in it in a big way. Miss hit by Brainerd, the libero, who's in for one of the rare times here in the tournament. That one was touched, so it'll be a point for the Lions. They still trail by 1. John Casey to serve. Casey with a good save there. Another one by McCoy. Pretty play at the net, and the Lions will be back on top thanks to Ryan Huff's efforts. And Slam going to take a timeout here. Now, Kings Academy had to work hard in their regional final win. They had to go to 5 sets to beat Cardinal Gibbons. Tampa Slam needed 4 in their regional final win over the Tampa Bay Heat. And it was close. They won their sets by 25-22, or rather 25-18, 25-23, and 26-24. So they are battle tested, both. And the Spartans lead it by 1 for Nicholas Carr on the serve here. Finished off by Ryan Huff again. Do we have a sweep? Do we have a set 4 coming up?
We definitely have a game, though.
Yeah. Well, give Slam a lot of credit. They came out of the gates a little slowly, but they found their stride in the second set and for sure here in the third. A whistle, and that is a violation, or a double hit. So the Spartans the beneficiary of the call this time. No argument from the Lions on that whistle. Pretty look again, that's Jake Manning. By the way, we should say hats off to the officials. Been a great officiated tournament, and like the teams, they are the best of the best, representing the various volleyball officials chapters around the state. So appreciate all their dedication to the sport and making this as great an event as it always is. You're never one to yell at an official, are you? You've been known once or twice to question a call?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. But, I mean, I guess if anything, sometimes I have a more aggressive tone. I won't say that I yell. But afterwards, I always apologize to the ref. It's just the heat of the moment thing.
No apology needed there. We're tied at 20. And Malia to serve. Tampa Slam simply refuses to go away here.
Nice block.
Beautifully done, Begich and Santiago on the double team. And Tampa Slam leads it by 1. They're feeling it. Can they finish the deal here in the third set? LaPointe, yeah, almost got knocked off his feet. That was coming at him so quick. And a net violation again against the Spartans. Ouch.
Oh, yikes.
Tied at 21. And Ryan Huff to serve. Begich. Manning on the reception there. Amistoy thought he saw something. And that one hit the antenna, I believe.
Yes, it did.
So another bad break for the Spartans. The Lions 3 points away from a championship match sweep. But you don't get the feeling the Spartans are just going to roll over here and give it to them. Huff on the serve. Here comes Begich. Not much he could do with that one. Plenty that Schwartzbach could do with that one. And Kings Academy leads it by 2. This might be the key point here. If the Spartans are going to climb all the way back and timeout going to be taken.
Like he's going to reverse the call.
That would be dramatic. Yeah, and I think they did.
They did.
So, wow. Instead of being on the verge, so I think it should be 22 all. It's not what they have on the board. They have 22-21 on the board at the moment. The officials over at the scoring table to confirm that that last point was reversed, and now they've got it right on the board. Much to the happiness of the Slam fans. Well, that was pretty dramatic. So do you think the reversal was it hit the net but not the antenna? What was?
No, the reverse, so he called the attack a carry because he held it in his hand for too long.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Right, that was the Schwartzbach play that he kind of guided it into open space, if you will, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that can be a touchy attack is what we call the throw, but when you throw it, you got to make sure you have a quick release with it, and I think the ref felt that he held on to that for a little bit too long.
And some of that, I'm a newbie to all this, but it may have been the ball was, when he started the contact, was almost down towards his waist. It wasn't real high. So I think that kind of caused the official to call it the carry because he kind of had to lift it before, if you will, putting it down over the net. So
something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it had been higher to begin with, he wouldn't have had to elevate it enough to get it over the net.
Yeah.
So, as we said, these officials are the best of the best as well. I can see where that call was made. So Caleb McConnell going to serve at 22-all. There wasn't a lot of protests, by the way, by the Lions. They did come over and question it, but Grayson Amistoy makes it maybe a moot point with another play into space. It's been interesting. The Lions has used as much finesse here in this third set as they have power. 2 points away now from a championship. Schwartzbaugh on the serve here. Both these fan bases trying to coax every ounce of energy they can out from their on-court heroes. Trying to go to Begich one more time. Ow. That one's going to be long, and it was not touched. And we're tied at 23. Remember, you have to win by 2. And Begich going to serve here. Great dig by Escalera Hernandez. And then the finish by Nally. Well, you said, Jess, the libero, sometimes the most important player out there. And Escalera Hernandez made a great dig.
Sure did.
Matt, or rather set point here. And we're going to get bonus ball in Winter Haven. Tied at 24. One set point gone here for Slam. And an unfortunate moment there for Nally. And now it's set point for the Lions. And Slam going to take a timeout here. I think that's kind of a good timeout, Coach. After a mental error like that, you want to make sure everyone's as focused as they can be, right?
Oh, for sure. And with the game on the line, literally at match point, she's probably going to talk strategy, probably say what play to run, just so they can immediately side out and keep this match rolling.
Now, they have been warriors here in the third set for sure. An impressive effort here. Right now, though, on the verge of coming up just a titch short. They had one set point themselves, couldn't finish it, and now facing a set point against them. Didn't really see this coming completely, although Kings Academy won both sets 25-14. They had to work harder for sure in the second set, but still pulled away. But Tampa Slam been everything they could want and more here in the third. And Begich keeps it alive.
Good play call.
No question, go to your best player, and that is Elvio Begich.
Right.
If you're going to go down with your best.
Yep, absolutely.
Escalera Hernandez is going to serve now. Still got to win by 2.
Nice off.
Another great dig by Escalera Hernandez.
Again.
And another match point coming up for the Lions. Escalera Hernandez's magic couldn't keep that point alive one last time. And John Casey will serve. Just about everyone in the gym on their feet. Thrilling finish here. And that's going to do it. The final point finished off by Ryan Huff. And in 3 sets and in a dramatic third set, your Class 1A 2025 boys volleyball champions from West Palm Beach, the Kings Academy Lions. A program that's just 4 years old. And they will have hardware coming home to West Palm Beach tonight. We'll stay right here with the trophy and medallion presentations, but never fun to lose, Jess, but high marks for Tampa Slam. They showed a lot of fortitude in that second and especially third sets.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of that is stuff you can't really coach.
That part, yep. I mean, they showed that they wanted it. They really wanted to come back in the third set. It just wasn't enough.
I think there are 3 of the 6 seniors on this Kings Academy team that were on the 2023 tournament team that lost to Southwest in the Final Four. And certain that they drew on some of that experience here. Cruised in the first set. Ultimately cruised in the second set, although, as you said, there were some glimmers there from the Spartans in the first, and for sure in the second. They actually had a lead early in the second set, and they just continued to build on that and took Kings Academy to a overtime, if you will, in the third set before falling 27-25. Both fan bases, though, very appreciative of the efforts of both teams. Let's go down to our PA announcer, Red, and our awards ceremony now.
He is joined by Mr. Scott Jameson, Associate Executive Director of the FHSAA, and Mr. Randy Lee, Polk State Athletic Director. If you call your name and number, please step forward and receive your state runner-up medallion. Number 1, Elio Benjamin. Number 3, Hunter Morris. Number 6, Joey Escalera Hernandez. Number 7, Kayla. Number 8, Teddy Zorbatsoglou. Number 9, Noah Stein. Number 10, Debbie Lantigua. Number 21, Yaakov Galil. Number 22, Alex Santiago. And number 35, Davis Jones. And now, Alex Osuna will present the state runner-up trophy to head coach Miranda Sierra and her team. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 state runner-up, Slam Tampa Spartans. And now we recognize the players and coaches of the 2025 state championship team, the Kings Academy Lions. Number 2, David Brainerd. Number 3, Matt Thomas. Correction. Number 4, Rhett Wedding. Number 6, Micah Amestoy. Number 7, Ryan Huff. Number 8, Grayson Amestoy. Number 10, Jake Manning. Number 11, Isaiah McCoy. Number 12, Jack. Don't call me Jake Schwarzbach. Number 13, John Casey. Number 14, Constantine Schwerner. And number 15, Dylan Wall. And now, Alex Osuna will present the state championship trophy to head coach Miss Danielle McCoy and her team.
Well, that is what it is all about. The hours in the gym, the classroom, the weight room, on the bus. Kings Academy wins it.
The Kings Academy
in straight sets, but boy, did they have to work hard in that third one to win it. 27-25 after wins in set 1 and 2, 25-14 in both. So congratulations to Kings Academy. Did not even have a volleyball program until 2021, and they've got a championship trophy to bring home to West Palm Beach for their efforts here in 2025. Congratulations again to Slam Tampa. They were tremendous in defeat. Again, great heart and hustle, especially in that third set, but just a little short. Many thanks to Polk State head coach Jessica Beal, Ben Sachs and the crew from GT Sports, and you for being with us on the NFHS Network. More volleyball to come. The 4 o'clock matchup will be the 2A championship showdown. That will feature Reagan Doral against Lake Howell out of Winter Park, and that'll be at 4 o'clock. And then the 3A title game tonight should be a dandy rematch, the third time, a tri-rematch, if you will, third straight year that Southwestern Miami and Winter Park will meet for a volleyball championship, and that'll be the 3A title game at 7. We'll talk to you again at 4 o'clock. Until then, have a great afternoon, everybody.
1 second from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did.
It is